Hi guys, Matt Lemke here with 3Gamer Goggles. We're at the Corvus Belli booth, Gen Con 2026. I'm here with Max. Your title has changed in the last year, hasn't it? You were just media before, and now you're like the media lead, right?
Well, right now I'm marketing team lead. So it hasn't changed, more is just
grown.
Yeah. Frankly, yeah. Especially now I've kind of taken focus more on community growth, on game development, like community development. So that's also where I'm kind of working right now, putting resources.
And so you focus a lot on everything online. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you focus on how does that apply at like a game convention where you have events going? How much do you get to go mingle with the players there, or is that part not as important as the online?
No, for me it's more important. For me, it's more important being in the play area, talking to our community, making sure that we're kind of all aligned on what it is that needs to be done for the company and for the health of the game.
And okay, we'll start with Infiniti, since that's the baby of Corvus Belli, right? Yep. I mean, that's what started it all, really. What are the current concerns with Infiniti from the players?
Well, okay. So concerns-wise, I think that something that we need to work on is giving different flavors to different sub-factions inside of factions. That's a concern that's been raised with us to kind of distinguish a little bit more with sectorials inside of a faction. But I mean, frankly, the thing that we're most focused on is widening the player base to bring in fresh blood. That's what everybody here wants to do, right? Everybody wants new players, but we're at a really interesting point where we have a really, like, I think the strongest veteran community basically in any tabletop game, apart from, like, frankly, BattleTech, that would be the other guys. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, we've been around for 25 years. We have people who have been helping us grow for 25 years that are volunteers, Warcrows, etc., that are friends of our company, and we just want to make sure that we're doing right by them.
I did not realize it was 25 years.
Yeah.
Like,
here we go, 25 years.
Wow. And only 3 editions, right? For Infiniti.
No, now this is N5, so 5th edition.
Okay.
You're stuck a few years back.
Well, you know, Infinity's still new to me. I kind of stayed away from it. I heard a lot of players, well, not even players, people that played it were like, it's too crunchy. We don't want to touch it. We don't want to touch it with silhouettes and the way things moved. And I'm like, eh. You know, so I tried it, and I think they're exaggerating. But
I agree, especially now that last time that you played was N3, the game was much crunchier. At this point, at N5, we've streamlined it a ton and simplified it so that there's, like before, for example, there used to be a keyword for like one mechanic, 3 different keywords depending on how well or how badly that thing did it. Now we've just did a keyword with -3 or -6 next to it, so that we've literally cut the amount of vocabulary that you need to learn to play the game.
Oh, keyword?
Yeah.
Too many keywords can hurt you. Right. I wholeheartedly agree. I was a Magic judge. I learned to dislike keywords.
I'm a recovering Magic addict myself, so I am. Yeah.
He's recovering though.
Yeah,
that means he went back.
I've never fallen back into it. I've many times.
I've fortunately traded most of my stuff away.
Me too. That's the only way to stop it.
Yeah, you got to trade it away, because if you just give it away, you're gonna buy more.
Yeah. That's true.
Okay, that's good. So where is Infiniti going? I mean, I know there's a new game coming out for Infiniti, or in the Infiniti universe, but where is Infiniti of itself going? There's a lot of factions. I don't even know how many factions there are. And
32, I believe, is where we're at right now with factions and sub-factions as in tutorials.
Okay.
9 of the big ones. But yeah, for us, where is Infiniti universe-wise? Like, we are trying to grow the universe and the IP right now more than anything. We have such a huge, deep universe after, 20 years of Infiniti, 21 years of Infiniti now. And it's gotten to the point where we have all of this lore, and I think we could do a much better job of making that available to our players and to get even more people into the universe who don't know our IP.
So is there more potential for more scenario bases, more scenario things like that? Or are you working on maybe exploring newer worlds or newer sections of the worlds?
Well, so we have definitely there's going to be more campaigns coming out, and we're now looking at ways to, without really divulging much, but ways to make our campaigns a lot more interactive instead of just reading things off of a page. So one thing that we've done recently is called the Monday Signal. Our character Ruby Monday basically is a alien artifact treasure hunter, and we did a series of videos linked to a campaign, an audio and video linked to a campaign that progresses over time. And so it's a lot more of a multimedia experience than just, reading a scenario off of a page. We're trying to bring that aspect of the universe to life. And we have 2 video games coming out this year. We have the Hexodome Tactics video game and an Infiniti video game, which as time goes on, we'll tell you more about. And we're currently still trying to find somebody that will want to work with us to get the series out there that we've been working on. So,
like anime.
Animated series, yeah. There's also development still on the comics front, and this is the first time I say this to anyone. There's something possibly in store for the future for that. We have a series of books all coming out within the next year. With some amazing authors that have worked for other IPs. So we're growing the universe.
Growing a lot fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fast. I don't see it here. Is the RPG still out?
It is. Modifius would have it, but yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I used to see it at your booth.
Yes.
Years ago.
We haven't really supported the RPG yet.
Okay.
I can't say anything that way either, because who knows what we're going to be doing with that.
That's fair. I knew that it's been out a long, long time.
Yeah.
I thought about getting into it once, and I struck out with my friends. So I decided not to make that investment, which was probably smart because I would own a lot of books collecting dust. So Hexodome is the new game coming out, or was that's not the arena game I think I saw over in the game hall.
Yeah, that is. The reason why you think it's different is because that board is Warsenal's board for Hexodome. Same thing over there. That is not the standard board. It's
okay.
It is the same game though. Hexodome Legends is basically a reboot of Aristea, where we've streamlined it, made the rules easier to learn. Basically, we've made the dice work better. We've changed the probabilities on them. So the dice are different, some cards are different, some mechanics are different, and there's a whole host of new players, new characters in the game.
Okay. And that is like an arena game, right? That's
yes.
The premise behind it. And it's a D20 game also?
No, it's not. It uses its own, our own proprietary dice, the Aristea dice system, which is with symbols and switches.
Okay. And how long does that game usually take to play?
You could get a game in about 45 minutes to an hour.
In 20 minutes setup?
No, the setup is the fastest thing possible.
Well, that one looks a little bit more complicated.
Yeah, that one's a little more complicated.
All right, I guess that brings us to Warcrow.
Okay.
Warcrow is what, 2 years old now or 3?
Warcrow at this point is 2.5.
Yeah, I played it last year, I think, twice for the first time here, and then I played it once after that. I absolutely love the models. I don't know who's doing the sculpts, but they are reminiscent of some other IP out there in the world. I won't say what they remind me of.
I have no idea what you might be talking about in that regard.
Only one kind of model reminds me of something else. But the elves are gorgeous.
Yeah.
The orcs, they're what I think of when I think of fantasy orcs. And the knights, and I think some of it might be the way you guys paint them with those colors, the blue and the silver and the golds. They look great, and the mechanics are very interesting.
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, you have your dice. Your dice trigger things off of with some symbols on the cards.
So by the way, Hexodome runs off of that same basic system.
Oh, okay.
Instead of D8s, they're D6s.
Yeah. And what it does, like, it's not just dice with symbols, so you're locked into that percentage. Different units can have different abilities based off of what you roll and different triggers. Therefore, when they create new things, they can create new concepts for you. And you're not limited to, I roll my D6 and one facing is a 14% chance
Right.
with this symbol. But if you do roll that symbol, maybe on an orc brawler, it does extra damage or something of that sort.
And you have a mixture of different symbols on each face as well. So some faces have, successes, some of them have switches, etc., and they mix and match.
Yeah, and stars and exclamation points.
Yep.
Yep. I remember. I do. I like the system, and I don't like games with symbols on the dice.
I don't either.
I like that
And
system.
I like this system too.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm not being just a corporate shill, I swear to God.
No.
I did not believe in it at first, and then playing it, I realized.
If it didn't have a card, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it work. It really is. I like Warcrow. I'm trying to build a group back home. So if you're in Canton, Ohio, you want to try Warcrow, let me know. I will dive in. Are you going to do novels and other IP things for Warcrow? Or is that way too early to tell?
Well, I can't say yes or no to that. We're definitely Corvus builds universes. It's what I think the company does best, and the amount of work that's being put into the lore for Warcrow. I mean, there's no way that we won't do something to expand that universe. So, frankly, yes, we're going to do it. We're going to.
I mean, you've
work
already
that way.
It's already expanded quite a bit in 2 years. I mean, you had 2 different starters, right?
Yeah.
And 6 factions now, or 4.
We have Feudum, Sienon, Scions, Mount Haven, which is the dwarves now that also
I
come
didn't know
out,
the dwarves came out.
and we recently announced Red Caps. Who am I forgetting? Off the top of my head.
Weren't red caps in the one starter? Aren't those guys in the second starter?
Yeah, like the exploding kobolds, but now we've announced that they're their own faction, which is
Oh, I didn't realize they were their own faction. I was
Yeah.
counting them as a separate faction.
we've
yeah.
allowed
And-
them as a faction.
The art's amazing. Now, I do have a question. Are they resin or plastic?
Which ones?
The Warcrow models.
So the Warcrow models are a mixture of plastic resin, which is what we're doing. All of our action packs now coming out are in plastic resin, and there's some that are still in thermoplastic, which is what we're doing to expand on top of the action packs. So the action packs now going forward are all going to be in plastic resin, and we're seeing what our options are for other things in the future.
And what are well, you already made the announcements, so I mean, how far out are you planned for Warcrow and Infiniti? I would imagine it's a pretty far plan. This is
It's years, several years, within, always making changes, etc., according to market demands and shifts, but years.
Which of these three do you like?
And I will be back, guys, with a demo of each, unless Max wants to add more right now.
No, I'm good. I really appreciated talking to you. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. I'm sure it was a different twist because I still know very little about Infiniti and Warcrow, so I was picking your brain a little bit.
Yeah,
and I'm
great.
on the creative side, so I'm also picking your brain because I probably want to write for him eventually.
Well, if you want to write, I'll put you in touch with Gabriel, who should be around here as well, who's the person who's handling all of the coordination with other authors right now. So we're working hardcore on expanding the universe.
For you guys, that's, for my writer friends that are watching this, same thing.
Yeah, we need, and basically we need fan fiction, guys, and we would, based off of fantastic fan fiction, we're also selecting people to work with us directly. So don't be afraid to submit fan fiction.
And is there like a publication for the fan fiction, or is it just online? Do they just go to the
We'll put
forum?
it on our blog if we like it, and if we like and put it on our blog, we'll definitely give you something in return for that. So, yeah.
And if somebody wanted to have a crash course on Infiniti background or Warcrow background, what's the best source?
I mean, frankly, the lore book itself is the most complete way of doing it, but there's a lot of videos. For example, Warlore makes some fantastic videos on both Warcrow and Infiniti background. I think the single, to this day, best video that explains Infiniti is Warlore's. The entire Infiniti setting in, I think it's 23 minutes is the title of the video. and it's fantastic. It gives you a complete primer on everything that has to do with the universe.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you.
Thank
it
you.
was a pleasure.
Same.
All right, have a great show.
Hi guys, meet the Nibbles, who's gonna go down. She just decided not to go down my back, so we'll do this for her so she's comfy. Thanks for watching my video, and I appreciate it. Please hit that like button and share it if you know somebody who might be interested. And of course, there's always Twitter and the Facebook thingy, and soon I have a newsletter coming. That'll be down there or in a link below, and my kitty cat loves that idea. So anyway, there was one more thing. Oh yeah, subscribe. Be a part of my community, our community. Let's make it grow together. See you guys at a con somewhere, or a local store, or if I'm driving through the country, maybe a game club. I don't know, you're not going to go knock down my camera. Bye guys.